If you're thinking of an electric outboard, range is your #1 concern. We're going to do some real world testing with the THRUSTME Kicker on 2 nights aboard Antoinette. Welcome back to the Rudder. We're out for 2 nights on Antoinette, just around the Gold Coast Boardwater, so I thought it'd be a great time to do some real world testing with the THRUSTME Kicker Outboard. We've got the extended battery on. If you want to see that video, check it out above. So we're going to do some real world testing, and that means using this as a tender. We're just going to be going backwards and forwards, doing what we do normally. Brooke's going to go for runs, I'm going to go for a surf, the puppies need to do their walks and things. So it's pretty casual. I'm not going to, we've got a nice day today. We had a bit of bad weather a little bit before. So, we're just going to test it and see how we go. We're going to be using the Aquatics watch to mark everything and measure everything. So we'll be able to get a go of how long we've been running, how far we go, and how many trips we do. So keep in store for the next 2 days. We've got the team with us. Got Molly and Pippa ready to do their thing, and as I said, we'll be using the Garmin watch to measure everything so you can see a few of the trips. They're going to be, I presume they're all going to be pretty short, a few 100 meters each, just going to the shore and back. All right, let's get to it. And here's a perfect example of one of the trips we make. We're just going to go to the shore over there for the puppies to do some business, having a bit of a conversation with one of the other puppies. So yeah, it's just a 200 or 300 meters. I don't know, we're going to be measuring it in nautical miles. So each trip we've done is sort of around 0.1, 0.2 of a nautical mile. Just while we're out here, I thought we'd do a little bit of a speed test. You can see we're going at first speed there, bouncing around 1.45. This is on first speed. Second speed goes from around, that 2.56 up to 3 knots, depending on how you're going. Third speed gets over the 3 knots to about 3.4, and then fourth speed 3.4 to 3.6. I don't tend to find you get much more value going a lot faster. And speeds 5 and 6 just really drain the battery, so I wouldn't really recommend doing that unless you need to get out of the way of something. You drain the battery quite quickly. I've only managed to get this up somewhere about 4.5 knots at the top speed, which really isn't a big difference. You're not going to get to 6 knots on this. And you really cut your capacity down quite dramatically. So I think just keeping it that 2 to 3 zone range is really the optimal. Don't have to worry about which battery is being used. As I said, it's used about 20% on the main battery and 9% on the little battery. On the second battery. You don't have to worry or switch. It does that all automatically, whichever's got the lowest voltage. You can't actually tell which one it's using, but you really don't need to worry about it. It just organizes that for itself with the battery management system. It's just up to you to drive around. Going to a little bit of chop here, so you can use the speed as you want to. You're not really going to go anywhere fast with the THRUSTME Kicker. It's really designed as a super lightweight, and that's its main thing, and also extremely quiet. I wouldn't be making this video with a 2-stroke outboard, would I? And it's a very nice way to travel around. So if you're doing it very early morning surf, you're not going to annoy everyone with your 2-stroke starting it up in the morning. Alright, just pulling in on one of our final trips. time to see the stats. No, wait. Jump, go. Go. Go, Molly. Go. Go, Pip. We've done all our running around. We've done everything for the morning. The puppies have been to the bathroom. Brooke's been for her run. We're just about to pack everything up. Let's get to the stats. So we did around about 14 trips, a few hundred meters each time, backwards and forwards to the beach or to the surf. I did a couple of little trips to film this video of just circling around the boat, as you would have seen. So I've counted those as well. We did about 14 trips for a total distance of 2.5 nautical miles, around about 5 kilometers. So a fair amount of distance, and we were running, our moving time was about 1 hour, which each of the trips ranging from 5 to 10 minutes each trip. So not a lot of time, but add it all up, about an hour of running time. And our average moving speed was 2 knots. But that includes sort of docking and tying up and all that kind of stuff. So really, your moving speed's somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 knots. Our fastest speed was 4.6 knots. Okay, now the bit you've all been waiting for. So we've got Pippa here helping me out. The battery, that's what we want to know. So we used a total of 21% of both batteries, so less than a quarter. We used 30% of the internal battery and 13% of the external battery. So just those numbers again. So we used 21% of our total capacity, with 30% on the internal battery and only 13% on the external battery. So you can see how the battery monitoring system sort of preferentiates the internal one, but obviously it's dealing with that. You don't have to worry about that. And at the end of the day, I'm fairly impressed. We've been out for 2 days. I've not been sort of cautious with it. I've just been doing what I'd want to do. It's a bit windier today. The drive back, I used speed 3 the whole time just to get through that chop because it wasn't very friendly. It's calmed down a bit now, but that's all good. So that's true, full-on real-world testing. That's how I'd use it, and I'm pretty impressed. With addition to that, keep in mind just how silent it is. I mean, we made a video on the outboard, couldn't do that on a 2-stroke, and just how light it is. You can keep it on board, and I find it exceptional. So yeah, I'm very impressed. 2 days and less than a quarter of the battery used. And keep in mind, if you had a genset or something like that, this wouldn't even be an issue. There is going to be a solar panel coming out soon, so I'll get a hold of that and see how much we can charge up in a day to make it even less worrisome. I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions about the THRUSTME Kicker, and we'll see you next time on the Rudder.